Hi there, Paula from Positive Energy here with your mini band strong legs workout. So this is going to help with your running. So it's a 20-minute roughly workout. So just make sure that you're warmed up and you're ready to go. And you've got your mini band, whatever resistance that you need. Remember, it is a loop, so just be careful how you're getting in and out of it. Okay, so let's get going. So first of all, what you need to make sure is that you're happy with your surroundings and you're safe and you're accessible with a bit of space all the way around you. So we're going to start off by getting ourselves into the mini band. So when you get into it, just make sure you step in carefully. Okay, you might want to think about having some trousers on or something if the band is going to get a little bit tight around your legs. So just make sure that the band is nice and flat and you've got enough resistance and the band isn't too slack. Okay, so you need to make sure that that is actually where your starting point is. Make sure that you've got your toes pointing forward, and we're going to start off with an exercise of around 20 repetitions. Toes forward, legs strong, shoulders and hips in line, okay, and your knees pointing forward. So we're going to drop down into a squat first of all and just get used to the fact that you need to have resistance of your legs going out to the side. So I don't want to see that happening. So we're going to take it down and we're going to push up. As you push up through the squat, you're going to push those hips forward and activate those glutes as you squeeze to the top. Get a nice rhythm going, not too fast. Okay, once you've done a nice few squats for the warm-up, we're going to add your first exercise in. So we're going to squat, outer raise, squat and outer raise. Now as you stand, make sure that you're strong in your position and your toe is pointing forward and your outer foot is facing absolutely straight. You're not pointing your toe up, you're keeping yourself nice and strong. As you stand up tall, engage your abs and your core and pull up the chest so you're nice and strong. Little squat, you don't have to accentuate that too much, just enough to get the power on the outside of your leg. As soon as you've done 20, swap and change, little squat, pull. Now I'm going to turn to the side as you keep going. You've got to make sure that your leg goes out to the side, not forward and not back, out to the side. So you're activating your glutes, your outer leg, your abductors. When you do put a squat in there, make sure that you're directly over the top and we're not leaning to one side. Drop and lift. Really think about what muscles you're working as you're using the resistance band. Arms are just doing a balancing, controlled move that's actually going to help you, not hinder you. As soon as you've done your 20, you move on. Okay, so if you need to pause me to do your 20, that's absolutely fine. So that's your squat, outer leg raise. We're now going to do your glute raise. So you're going to take your legs slightly back and behind and you're going to lift and lift. Now to do this, you need to pull your abs in tight. Look at my foot, it's pointing down, not away or forward, pointing down towards the floor. Squeeze the glutes. Slight toe tap to the floor, shoulders back, 20 repetitions. Then you change. You get yourself together, take your leg back and behind, set up your shoulders in line with your hips, pull the tummy in tight and lift. Now remember, you are using your standing leg as your balance support, so that's going to be working as well. Try and keep your legs straight, try not to bend your knee, and then you are working where we should be working. 20 reps, remember. If you need to just write these in a list, these are your glute raises. Okay, and we're going to go back to glute raises, but instead of taking your leg behind, we're going to take it out on a 45-degree angle at the back. So I'm going to stay facing you so you can see. Take your leg behind, and then you're just going to take it out to 45 degrees. You might need to lean forward slightly at this point to get your balance. And can you see I've actually slowed that down? You might need to take a little bit of a breather in between each one as you lift and just moved my arms into a position of balance. 20 on 1. Now if you break it up into 10s and 10s and do 2 lots of them, that's absolutely your prerogative to do so. So we've gone from glute raise to 45 glute raise. Out, out. And all that's doing is asking a part of your glute to come to the party. Okay, so we normally work on glute max. We're now working on glute med and minimus. Again, balance, 45-degree angles, standing leg working. Persevere and do your 20 reps. Doesn't matter how long it takes you. This is why it's really important to be really slow and controlled. Okay, we're going to move on. So we're going to take it into a forward lunge and a side lunge. Forward lunge. Now, if the band starts to roll up a little bit, you're going to have to drop it down, out, forward. Now, it's a small forward lunge, look. So if I turn to the side, it's a small forward lunge and an out. So you're asking now the hip flexors to work, push. But like us runners, you have to have the forward propulsion. So out, side, out, stay on one leg, side. It's as if you're setting off to run and you're stopping yourself. Okay, forward and side. So again, the band might need to go a little bit further down to the ankles there, okay? Turn yourself around. Never forget you've got your feet in your band, okay, for safety. Forward, side, forward, side. So don't put your whole weight into the forward movement. Almost step it, but you're still getting the weight down through the back leg. Forward, side, forward, side. There's a little bit of a heart rate raiser. That'll just raise the heart rate a little bit. Remember, your standing leg doesn't move. Your supporting leg has done the work, doesn't move. So 20, that will be 1 movement. This will be 2. Okay? So that's your forward step, back step, okay? I'm going to move mine up slightly. I'm going to take it down into a squat position and I'm going to laterally walk to the side for 2. Then I'm going to monster walk, depends how much room you've got. And then I'm going to monster walk back. And then I'm going to laterally walk. So let me show you in full view. So it's almost a forward and out, forward and out, forward and out, forward. And then we come back. Monster walk and lateral walk. So you could count those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and you could probably do 24, couldn't you, to make it a nice big round number. So monster walks, come back, try and make sure that those knees are in line. Lateral walks. Always make sure you've got a fist distance between those knees, okay? Happy with those? Lateral monster, okay? Then we're going to move on. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I've just dropped my weight, my bands down a little bit. So we're going to do forward, lunge, back lunge. Now, can you see what's happened there? Is the band's actually rolled up, okay? So forward and back. So if it's happy to stay there, so it's almost a running motion, that one. Now, if you've got trousers on and workout pants, that band might grip better. So I've stayed on one leg there and I've moved forward and I've moved back. Okay. 20, change legs. 1, now think about your balance here. 1, and that'll be 2. Push. 3, make it continuous. 4. So I'm not bothered moving my band there. I'm happy with the resistance where it is. Okay. And I would do 20 forward, back. So they're all your standing exercises with the band. Okay, so I'm now going to take it to the floor. So you've got your mat, that's all you need, or if you're inside, it doesn't matter. So we're going to take it down to the floor here. So we're going to move on and we're going to go into bridge adductors. So I'm going to move you down so you can see a little bit more when I'm actually on the floor. If that doesn't work, I can move you back up again. Alrighty, so band, comes down around the feet to the tops of the legs. So I'm just going to flatten mine out again. Some people's bands might have grippers on them, it just depends. So I'm going to flatten my band out there. Okay, I'm just going to move out to the side so you can see. All right, so we're going to go into bridge position. We've almost got a reset position here. So feet flat, arms to the floor, palms down. We're going to lift up into bridge and we're going to hold our good position. Again, feet a hip distance apart, heels to the floor. We're going to take the legs out and in and then reset. So we're going to take the legs out and in, reset, up, out and in. So as you bring the legs out there, could you see my hips dipped a little bit? I don't really want that if we can help it. So out and in. Now, if you want your knees to touch, you can, but don't let the band go too slack. Out and in. So as you move your legs out and your knees go out, you're working your adductors here on the outside, which will support your knee, will help you strengthen your glutes. Okay, out and in. Now if you need to reset in between, you drop and you lift, you out and in, and then you drop. So you can make that whatever's convenient and happy for yourself. So sit up, there's 1, out for 2, in for 3, and down for 4. So you can almost work on a little bit of counting, slow and controlled. If you don't want to drop your hips in between each one, you must remain and keep those glutes up tight. Let the core, push the shoulders into the floor. Gosh, there's about 6 and I can feel those already. So you might want to do 10 and 10 or build them up, do 10, then 15 and then 20. Do one more. Great stuff. Okay, so I'm going to turn myself over onto my side. I'm going to keep the band in that position there, and I'm going to keep my feet together. Now, if you want to lie all the way down, you can. Okay, you don't have to. And we're going to go into clamshells. Okay, so what we're going to do is leave the band there. Keep your heels together like Dorothy. Open up and then retract. Open and retract. Excellent work this. Okay, great exercise. Slow and controlled. Open up using the hips and the muscle that gets forgotten about. Open and close. Can you see I'm keeping my heels together? Okay. Open and close. Abs in nice and tight. Really, really good to make sure that we work other muscles that might get lazy, but when you want to bring them to the party, they're strong. Okay, so work on your 20s. All right, then after you've done your 20, we're going to turn ourselves over, okay, and we're going to do fire hydrants. So we're going to lift our leg up to the side. Now I've kept the band exactly where it was, so I haven't done a lot of faffing about. Now this is called fire hydrant because you've got to imagine you're a doggy and you're just cocking your leg up against the fire hydrant. Try not to put too much work through the shoulders, they're just there and holding you in position. And try not to do much resting and leaning on the leg that is staying on the mat. So up and out. Okay, so there's 20 of those on that side. You can roll back if you wish and push forward. Just loosen off the back a little bit if you wish. Okay, and all we're going to do is we're going to turn ourselves around. We're going to go into clams on the other side. I put this workout together just because we've not got too much faffing going on. Okay, so heels together, open and close on the clam. Now you've got to avoid lying back and end up in that position there. Okay, so these are just a couple of do's and don'ts. Make sure that the knees finish together. Now if it's really difficult with the band, take the band down a fraction, okay, and that will make it a little bit easier because it's non-resistive. Okay, and then when you get used to it, and again that's on both sides as well, so you've got to really think. If you haven't done these exercises for a while, some of them fine with the band, other times you've got to work yourself up. Okay, slow and controlled. The pace that you open the clam is the same pace that you drop that knee over the top. Okay, I don't know who I'm waving at. And one more. Make sure that's 20. Okay, then we're literally going to go over onto our knees again, and we're going to do fire hydrant on the other leg, and we lift. So what I've done, I've tried to make these exercises smooth and controlled. We open and close. Okay, so guys, that's what we're looking for when we're looking at mini bands. Now remember, when you take your band off, be very careful. If you do it on the floor, that's absolutely fine, but remember to do a little bit of leg stretching as well. These come in lots of different variations of strengths. I don't know if you can see there, I've got a heavy there, and again, some of them are light, some of them are medium, and some of them are a little bit more difficult. So you can either start at the beginning, work yourself up, or you know, work along with where your strengths are and where your weaknesses are, and then work on your weaknesses. Never go to your strengths, always try and build up the weaknesses. Guys, have a great day. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.